Hi, everyone, and welcome to Simple Marketing Academy. This is where small business owners, entrepreneurs, and solopreneurs come to learn very simple and cost-effective marketing techniques to help them gain clients, increase their revenue, and grow their businesses. My name is Jill Fox, and I am the owner of Fox Social Media, which owns Simple Marketing Academy, along with my son, Tanner J. Fox. Today, I want to tell you about the most important things that I think you need to know as just an up-and-coming new business owner or someone who's just been in it for a few years. I started Fox Social Media in 2010, and my first quote-unquote client was my son's former hockey coach, and he owned a gym. And the reason I say that in quotes is because I didn't get paid. I worked for free for him for 3 months, and I did a really good job. So he referred me to another business owner that he knew, and I started to get paid at that point. But still, I had a very tiny little business and had to grow it. So today it's over six-figure business, and I keep my costs very low. And I'm so lucky that I still get the majority of my clients from referrals. So one of the things I wanted to do today was to talk to you about the 10 most important things I've learned over the 15 years of owning my business, and what I can tell you now has made the difference in making the business successful. The first thing, and I think the first two are probably the most important, but the first one is keep it simple. You are going to see a million programs you can buy, a million apps. You're going to get information from others saying you need to be on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and Pinterest and everything else. You can't do that. You can't do it all. You've got to remember that. It's really important to remember to keep this process simple and focus on what is going to be the most effective for you. So I always recommend you just start out posting on 2 social media platforms. Make sure they're the ones that you're comfortable with and the ones that your clients use the most often. Yes, you're going to hear about all these fancy new things and how great this one is or that one is, but you can't do everything. And if you try, it's going to hurt your business and your marketing. So don't even try. Just start simple and keep your process simple. One of the things we teach in Simple Marketing Academy is to set up a process, or we give you the process in order to market using only 30 minutes a day and keeping your costs ultra low. So the second thing, I just said it, is keep your costs as low as possible. So when I first started, I did absolutely everything by myself, for myself. This did 2 things. 1, it saved a boatload of money. And 2, over the years, I've developed so many more skills that I now use in my business. So what's really interesting is that I started out strictly posting on social media for clients. That's all I did. And if I did only that today, I would have exactly 0 clients because it's so much more complex than it was 15 years ago. So over the years, I did my own, my own website, honestly, with the help of my dad. He kind of taught me that, but I've set up my own websites. I learned email marketing. I learned Facebook and LinkedIn ads. I've learned video marketing. I've learned how to have a podcast, how to edit videos. I've learned how to do so many different things, learn about analytics and how to make determinations of what's working and what's not. The list goes on. But because I didn't pay someone to do these things for me, I learned them myself. And now I use literally, I wouldn't say every skill I've learned either in my business or in one of my clients' businesses that I market for. So this is really crucial. You can easily go out of business by buying way too many subscriptions and apps and spending too much money. When I first started, I was a solopreneur at that time, and the only thing I paid for was my domain name. At the time, Fox Social Media wasn't available, so I got .com wasn't available, so I got foxsocialmedia.net to start out, and I paid $7.99 a year. And I was fortunate; my dad hosted it for me, so I wasn't at the time paying for hosting. But that is all I did. Now, as my business started to grow, I got insurance. I got, I have general liability and professional liability insurance, so that's important. I became an LLC, which is important. There are different things I began to pay for at that time, but I still was very diligent about finding things that were cost effective and weren't going to cost me a fortune. So it's crucial that you keep your costs down. Don't buy every app under the sun. Yeah, they're fancy, but to be honest, it's going to take you a bunch of time to learn the app to begin with. And you're going to drain yourself so quickly by paying for all these different apps and programs and fancy things. So stick with what you need. I have a list of what I use, and I've researched, I've made sure they work really well, and I've made sure they're super cost effective. I also have many, many free things on this list that you don't even pay for. If you want this list, just click the link in the description or in the show notes, and I will make sure to get that to you. It'll be really helpful because I've already put all the time and effort into both researching and testing all of these different things that I use. The next thing is that, number 3, video marketing is by far the most important and effective thing you can do. And I know a lot of people don't want to be on video, and that was me. Trust me. It took me a while to start. I don't necessarily love being on video, but it is by far the most effective thing. What happens when you're on video is that people can, number one, get to know you a little bit and get to hear about, what your expertise is, and you get to demonstrate that expertise so that they begin to gain trust in you and feel like you're someone that can help them. So it definitely helps to grow your business faster if you're willing to be on video and make videos. I always recommend that people start a YouTube channel. YouTube is free. Your YouTube channel is free. And the other thing is that YouTube is owned by Google. And Google is the largest search engine in the world. So your YouTube channel is a form of getting yourself on search and shortening the process of people getting to know, like, and trust you. The other thing is that I know on our channel, both our podcast, Simple Marketing Academy podcast, and the Simple Marketing Academy show on YouTube, we share really useful, helpful, actionable tips. So I think that people really appreciate that as well. And when they're ready or need more, they know that Simple Marketing Academy can teach them more and help them. They know that Fox Social Media can do it for them as their business grows and they get to that stage. But one of the things we did is create both the ability to help people by doing the marketing for them, and the ability to just help them by supporting them, teaching them, and being there for them while they do their own marketing. Number 4, build an email list from day one. And I'll be honest, I did not do this. I didn't do this for years, and I should have done it. It is not hard. It is something that can be done Again, I can give you on my list, there are resources that are completely free. And I'm not talking about you sending out emails from your Gmail or your Yahoo Mail or whatever it is. I'm talking about an email marketing program. So something like, I use Podia, which I can explain to you, but I pay because my list is bigger. But when you're first starting, you don't pay a penny. It is free. What you can do with email marketing is you're generating your email list and then you're reaching out to people. And what you're doing is mostly helping. So, you create, let's say you create a video, you just quickly send the link out to your list. Hey, thought this might be helpful, thought you could use this information. It's pretty simple to get started. You want 80% of your emails to be helping and only 20% to be selling. That being said, there can always be a call to action in the bottom of your emails. And I know you're probably wondering, well, great, where am I going to get all these emails from? What you're going to do is you are going to create something called a lead magnet, also free. And we'll teach you how to do that in Simple Marketing Academy. It's very simple. So you're going to create something that is something that only your audience wants. So a gift card to Amazon, an iPhone, horrible, horrible, horrible ideas because everyone on the planet wants those. You basically want something that, number one, is free to create. Number two is free to distribute, meaning you can do it by email. It's a PDF, it's a video, it's a checklist, it's something like that. And that only your audience wants. You literally want people who are not in your ideal audience, who aren't your ideal customers, to say, why would I want that? Yuck, I couldn't be bothered with that. That's what you want, because you only want those people that are interested in your products and services to be on your email list. And this is how you build your email list. You start small and you just keep working your way up. So when you have these lead magnets, you're going to offer them in every video. For instance, every one of our recent videos will point to our free resources page, where there's several free resources on that page. And you can go and just click the link and download any of the ones you want and receive them in literally seconds. So that's what you're going to do as well. The other thing I kind of touched on before, and this is number 5, keep learning. Everything changes, marketing changes. So you have to keep on learning. And if you like what you do and you're know that you're being effective and you have someone to support you, it's fun because you're watching your business grow. And that's always fun. So when you're doing your marketing, you've got to learn. I think I told you I learned Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, analytics. I learned email marketing. I learned video marketing. I learned how to have a podcast, how to edit videos. And yes, these are things you can pay other people to do. But again, these skills dramatically helped me in my business and to help my clients and to teach all of you. Once I perfected them, I could teach all of you to do them too. So it was super beneficial to me, and it saved me boatloads of money that I had these skills. I even can create websites. That's insane. I am definitely a right brain person. Never, ever would have thought I could do that. But I can. It's not hard at all. It's super intuitive now. So anyone can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. The next thing I would say is to don't be afraid to take on additional tasks in your business as long as you're being paid well for them. So let me see. What have I done? Oh my gosh. I have done, I am frequently hired to recreate or optimize LinkedIn pages for high-level people. That is, to me, that's fun. That's just fun. And that's basically part of the marketing. But I actually take on the customer service role for one of my clients. So in addition to marketing for them, I am their customer service liaison. And hey, I've worked on Capitol Hill. I was a U.S. Senator's executive assistant. I've worked for airlines before and been in the middle of oversells and flight cancellations. So again, my background helped a lot with that. I am outgoing and I'm happy to help others, and I know how to do it. So interestingly, I've got that role. Another of my clients has me not only do their marketing, but I am in charge of working with their web developer because they have a much bigger site and communicating all the changes that need to be made. I know how to create a website. I get it. So the communication's really good there, and it's a simple process. The other thing they have me do, which I would have told you I was terrible at before, is create their PDFs for them. When they have, I don't so much create it, but I'm editing a lot of their PDFs and their information. I have another client who's a very, very high-level client who makes sure that I read and proofread anything that he's going to post. He also has me posting to his blog and handling his brand new website. Although he had somebody set it up, I'm the one who makes the changes, makes the updates, posts the blog, and does anything that needs to be done. So I'm trying to think of what else. I know there's other things. Those are the ones that come to mind. But guess what? I get paid the same amount for doing those things as I do for my marketing. If somebody said to me, hey, I'll pay you $20 an hour to do it. No way. No. Never. Wouldn't even consider it. So remember, you've got to be paid a decent amount. At my stage of the game, when you're first starting, you may have to do what it takes. You may have to have a second job. You may have to, drive for Uber or something. I don't know. But But at my stage of the game, I'm not going to use my time unless I'm using it wisely. And again, creating a bigger, larger skill set for myself. So it's a win-win situation. Next, ask for referrals. I am horrendously bad at selling myself, at asking for referrals. I don't like to sell. So what I don't like is being pushy. What I do like is being helpful. That skill set has generated, that mindset, I should say, has generated a lot of referrals for me. But because I don't like to sell, because I feel pushy, I don't know, it's not great. It's not a great thing. I'm not great at bringing in people that don't already know me. I'm also fortunate that my videos have brought people to me. I have had companies say, we use your videos to train our social media team. I think that's pretty cool too. But you got to be better than me. Be better than me. Ask for those referrals. I finally did actually reach out to my very long-term clients and ask for a few referrals and recommendations. So I also have clients that my clients are like friends to me, and they, without asking, refer me constantly to others. So I'm really blessed with that. But be better than me. Be so much better than me. Always be prepping and selling. The thing that I didn't do well was to plan if you lose a client. I had a client for 8 years and he retired. Oh boy, got to replace that. Never, and I at the drop of a hat, was literally like I got a month's notice. So you've always got to, you never know if there's financial situations or other things. I don't lose clients just because they go, I don't like this, I'm going to someone else. But I do lose them for financial reasons. And I don't ever want them in a bad financial spot. So, I've got very long-term clients and I don't lose a lot. But that being said, I also take on some that are shorter-term projects, and then I've got to replace them after that. So make sure you're doing the email marketing we talked about, the video marketing, asking for referrals, being way better than I am about that. So the next thing that worked amazingly well for me was I joined one of the Chamber of Commerce's. Now, I prefer the Chamber over the other kinds of groups because, one, it's significantly less expensive. Two, there's way more people depending where you live. My chamber that I joined for years was in Irvine, California. And in Irvine, California, at least then, I know it's changed. A lot of companies have left there, but the top, I think 400 of the top Fortune top 1,000 companies were based in Southern California. So we had, quite a few businesses in there. We had what was called leads groups. No extra charge for this at all. So let's say every Wednesday morning at 9:00, I met with my leads group of, I think there were probably maybe 25, 30 of us. We had our meeting, and there was only one of us in every single industry. I was the only small business marketing person in there. They would not bring another one in my leads group because I had that specialty. So we got to do presentations and talk about what we did and how we helped others. We got to hear from other people that we could refer to. One of my members of my group does graphic design, which I'm not good at, which he does tons of like really fancy high-level presentations. And those are things that I'm not great at. So it was a great match, and he's very good and reliable. So we work together to this day frequently. So that is well worth, I think I paid back then $350 a year, and that was it. Well worth it. The next thing I think that is so important, and I kind of touched on this in the beginning, only choose 2 social media platforms to be on. If you are B2B, meaning business to business, then you want to be on LinkedIn, period. Then it depends. Is your audience older? Maybe you want to be on Facebook. Is your audience younger? Maybe you want to be on Instagram or TikTok or something like that. So you're going to pick the ones that match best for you. Let's say you own a nail salon. you got to be on Instagram because you've got to show your work. You're an artist, got to show your work. You're a clothing designer, you got to show those images. You're a weight loss coach, you got to show those before and after. So you have to be on a very visual platform like a Pinterest or an Instagram or TikTok. So when I talked to you before about having a YouTube channel, that's kind of an addition. YouTube is an amazing place to store your videos. Again, it's free. And you can post them from there to any social media, pretty much any social media platform you're on. You can share them from there. So that would be an addition, but just focus on the two best for you. As you go down the road, you can pick up more as you get comfortable, as you get your process. I have one of the recommendations I'm going to give you in that sheet. Don't forget to go to the link in the description or the show notes and get go into my page with all my free resources. So helpful. And at least get the one that's all my free tools that I use. So some of those are affiliate links, by the way, but you don't pay an extra cent for them. Most of them are just free, so I don't get anything anyway. But use those links, click on them, go in there and get those tools. Again, the vast majority are free to start. Then as you grow, you might have to pay. For instance, I pay $25 a month for the Podia email marketing platform. However, I've got a lot more email addresses now. When I first started, completely free for years. So make sure you get that. The other thing I want to tell you is be consistent. And again, I wasn't great at that. I started my podcast and YouTube channel in 2017. And if you look at my follower count, you'd never know it because I was terrible for a few years. I wasn't consistent. And as my business grew, I was able to bring my son on board too, who's amazing at all of this. He has a YouTube channel that had, 143,000 followers, and he got him in a year. So he's way better at that than I am. He's much more consistent and works on that. So he does the majority of the videos now. I do a few of the longer ones, but he does a lot of the teaching as well. So be consistent. Don't do what I did. Just, with video and with all your marketing, you need to schedule 30 minutes of your time a day. And again, in Simple Marketing Academy, we show you how to do that. We're going to focus on the 80%. The things that you do that bring in 80% of your business. And are there going to be a few things that you might not be doing that could bring in a tiny bit more? Yes. But if you're not doing the right things, if you're not consistent, and if you're not being cost effective and smart with your time, it's not going to matter because your business is going to suffer or you're going to go out of business. So that is vitally important. So if you have anything you want Tanner or I to talk about on either a podcast or on YouTube, just let us know in the comments, and we'd be happy to take that into consideration. And if we get a lot of requests, to make videos on those topics for you. But again, do not forget to go to simplemarketingacademy.com. And you will find the free resources link right there in the menu. So it's also in the show notes and the description below. And again, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode.